Creative writing. Who am I? Essay example. Who am I? This is a question we have all faced many times, from a multitude of sources. Ever since elementary school, when I was asked to write about my family and myself, I disliked self-reflection. This was in part because I did not have the vocabulary to present my thoughts, and majorly due to the fact I was scared of what would come of a true reflection of who I am. So enough of that. Who am I? I am phlegmatic. Emotion is not a thing I have a capacity for. I am always asked, "Are you upset about something? Why don't you get as excited as everyone else about things?" And my answer is simply, I don't. I have never experienced grief. Even as a little kid, at the ripe age of 9, my grandfather died. When I was sat down and told by my parents that he had passed the night before, I simply said, "Okay," looked to my dad, and said, "You look like you're pretty upset about this. Do you want me to take care of you?" This was not just a case of being too young to understand. I have had best friends die even in the same room, and other family die as well, and still fail to ever feel sad about it. I feel like I need to be stronger than everyone else in an emotional sense, because if I fall apart, then there is nothing there to keep everything together. I used to have extremely low self-esteem and friends with very high self-esteems, so naturally this caused me to assume a superficial mask of high self-esteem. But as time passed, my self-esteem grew, and this false high self-esteem bloomed into borderline narcissism. I am self-obsessed and care too much about how I look, dress, and act. But my self-obsession doesn't affect me caring about others. Also, as to not contradict myself, I feel I should add I do not view caring as an emotion, but rather a natural instinct. I feel uncomfortable when I'm not with my own squad or group of friends. In these situations, I tend to put up a bubble and stay out of conversation. I enjoy observing people and will wait until I know I have something worth adding to the group before joining in. But when this bubble is popped by someone pulling me into conversation or coming up to me, I am outgoing, and some would even say funny. I am a leader. I am a piece of coal in a world full of rocks. When pressure gets high, most people crack, and I shine. If a situation calls for someone to step up and take charge, I cannot refuse, especially if it means I be helping someone or a group. This is something I have learned about myself fairly recently. I have an aura about myself when I take charge. It is that of former great leaders like Nelson Mandela and Hitler. Those who even on seemingly futile platform are able to still gain followers. There is just something about me when I take charge that demands both respect and obedience, even as a generally passive and not very confrontational person. Who am I? Creative essay. Who am I? This is a question that I should ask myself every day. I consider myself as an individual person, with a body and a soul, a person who makes mistakes, laughs, cries, hurts, smiles, and loves. My life is full of meaningful relationships and memories. I am loved, supported, and encouraged by my family. I am a highly ambitious person and has a big dreams for myself, and also for my family. I want to become an accountant someday because I don't know. I just want to hold and count large amount of money, and also because the salary of an accountant is big. I am type of person who likes to set goals, whether it's to run my own business someday, or maybe CPA will be added in my last name. As a college student, sometimes I no longer go on gala with my friends because of many school works. My parents have made it possible to get me into college school, even if we're lack of money. This is all for me to learn on and to be a good person in future. I am a person who makes many mistakes, but I'm willing to fix and correct my mistakes. We all do mistakes, and it's not a bad thing. It's how we grow and become better. I am a person who laughs so hard, but I am also soft-hearted. I cry easily even at small things. I am a kind person by heart, and I intentionally never try to hurt people. I have a little bit attitude problem. I usually get angry without any reason. I love to read books. Apart from reading books, I also love watching animes, dramas, and other movies. I also love playing volleyball. In game field, I usually made friends with our competitors. Though I am rarely free from my routine works, but whenever I am free, I love playing guitar and draw sketch, especially when it's raining and I'm bored. I have also an interest at online gaming. Furthermore, throughout my life, I was assigned to do all of the house chores because I am the eldest daughter. I'll do everything for them. I love my life, my school, and my purpose and aim in life. I want to do something good for my family. I mean life to be great gift for some special purpose by God. Therefore, I value time in my life and strive hard to be successful someday. You know, successful and failure are closely associated with one's achievements and losses. One who achieves anything today has lost a thing yesterday. There is no completely successful person without the mixture of both failure and success. That is to say, if I failed many times, this will made me stronger ever. I am a person who works hard and is trying to improve and improvise until I get the success I desire. This all expresses who I am.